I just realized I forgot to start the recording, so rip. The YouTube VOD is going to be missing the first 10 seconds of this or so.
My name is Huni. We're looking for drivers. Interested?
Cool, why not?
Put on this helmet and hop in the cart. Okay, now I'm going to time you. Rock and roll, baby.
Use the right thumbstick in the air to perform stunts. Oh god. Okay. When they say springboard, do they mean like... Do they mean ramp? Sorry, try. I did do a stunt for 2,000 points, but apparently that's not good enough. Accelerate and aim for the springboard. I mean, how... What? Maybe I go onto the... Like, this isn't a springboard, it's a... It's a ramp. Maybe the springboard is like back here somewhere. This just looks like the rest of a track that I'm going to be racing on at some point. Try one last time. What? If I fail again, do I get a game over on the tutorial? Use the right thumbstick in the air to perform stunts. Try to land on your wheels. Head for the springboard and do a trick. I really feel like there's no way I can get enough speed. Guess I'll try. No. Yo. Nice. I did it. You can just barely do a trick there. That's kind of strange. I don't think you can. I was trying to do that, and I don't think you can. Accelerate to max. Steer left and turn, and move the right thumbstick right to begin at 2 wheels. Hold that. Oh god. Thanks to fun, you unlocked the blast. Thanks to fun?
Awesome time. You feel lucky, Punk? Come on back tomorrow.
This icon indicates that your competitors are mocking you.
Oh, rad! You shut up. Let me present you to my coach.
That's the fun stat, the other people mocking you mechanics. What does it all mean?
Go on, impress me.
feel like this is just gonna be... Well, I just got an item that wasn't one of my 2 dedicated items. Oh god, okay. Fun gained plus 1.4%. Excellent. I guess you do tricks to get fun. Okay, yeah, that's a speed boost. Wait, why am I I'm winning. Front Saito plus 1.2% fun. I'm grinding fun with these jumps. I guess the whole soundtrack isn't going to be licensed. It's just some of it, because it does have a licensed soundtrack. We found, like, the listing for it. Why am I doing 6 laps of this? Why are they having me do 6 laps? At least the laps are really short, like best lap 22 seconds. Oh, is there a 6 shortcut back there somewhere? I've seen some stuff that looked kind of like it might be. Oh, speed gained plus 3%. I think that must be like my stats going up. Yeah, check that out.
You okay, young blood? I got a lady Viking coming straight from Denmark. I like to see how you measure up against her.
Hi, I'm Inga. Let the best man or woman win.
Continue. Yeah, I've played... I played every GameCube game. And needless to say, I've played a lot of racing games on stream. As far as Xbox goes, we did Outrun 2, and we did Pro Race Driving. And I think that might be it for Xbox racing so far. I guess Crazy Taxi 3 really is not a racing game, but we played that too. Favorite racing game? So oh yeah, the Chariot one. I kind of put that out of my mind because it was such a grind. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know why the Chariot racing game was such a grind. Also Ford Racing 2, forgot about that one as well. That game was pretty good. Favorite racing game I've done on stream is honestly F-Zero GX. I love F-Zero GX a lot. I'm not like one of those like GX people where it's just like I'm gonna boot up the game and start doing like time trials where I'm like flying over the stage and stuff like that. I can't do any of that, but I have beaten the game on very hard. And I don't know, it's just a delightful game. I love F-Zero GX a lot. I'm not really into like I'm much more into arcade racing than like any kind of sim stuff or like boring stuff. F-Zero just plays very differently to like every other racing game. It's pretty good. Dude, Smashing Drive, literally, so there are 3 people who all started GameCube challenges at the same time, and they're all doing release order. And it turns out that Smashing Drive, if you do release order, is like game number 20-ish, or like 25-ish, something like that. So I got to watch all 3 of them play Smashing Drive back to back. And none of them liked it very much, and I don't understand that. They were all like, man, this game is crap, and I just, no way. No way, dude.
Yeah, I'm feeling your style.
Aero GPX, is that like... No, I don't think I have seen it. Dude, the Smashing Drive soundtrack is so bad. The GBA version is just even worse.
The Yellow Sharks are now a solid group. It's just us on the track. This race is simply for quality control. Move out!
Came out on Steam a few months ago. I feel like everything... There's a lot of unnecessary early access nowadays. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's kind of just like an admission that content updates will be coming. Like, I don't know. I guess sometimes. It really depends. Like, there are a lot of, like, you know, people who use early access as just like a, we will be adding more content to the game type of signifier. But then there are early access games that are blatantly unfinished, and that's less good. Yeah, I'm not really one to like, I mean, I don't know. I gotta play some more video games off stream. Aside from RuneScape, I really just like stream Xbox games, and then I don't play like hardly anything else. And I think that playing only mostly bad Xbox games has warped my perspective of gaming quite a bit. I gotta play more video games. But I'm not really one to like follow, like I'm not one to like play the game and then be like, oh, the update came out, I'll check that out. Like, no, never. Maybe some roguelikes. I really am not into roguelikes. I don't know. Have I tried one before? Yes. Well, so like, I mean, roguelike has changed, so like what? Like, roguelike is such a broad descriptor nowadays. But I just feel like, I don't know, the thing about it, you know, make fun of me for this if you want. I feel like if the whole game is randomized in some way, then I just feel like, what's the point of what I'm doing? Like, it's not even like you're... Have 3 and 4 still not finished yet? What happened? Oh, is it just me and Inga?
Drive it, baby. I believe we're in business.
All right. Now you're a real member of the Sharks race unit.
I mean, sure, but like I just don't know. I will say, here's my roguelike experience as far as like games I have played a significant amount of. You're all gonna laugh at me for this one. Toe Jam and Earl. I co-opted Toe Jam and Earl with Piper for some mystery tournament thing like a few years ago. And I gotta tell you, that was pretty fun, but I feel like that is a roguelike in the most like Lamau sure type of way. I don't know. Co-op games are fun. They gotta make more games where it's just like normal game, but then you've just also got a friend walking around in the game with you at the same time. I also did Ice Climbers with Piper for that event, and that was also super comfy. Just climbing the mountain with a homie. I've become the world's only Ice Climbers enjoyer. I have played It Takes Two. I've not played the other ones. A Way Out, and then, yeah, Split Fiction. It Takes Two is kind of good, but also, like, way too long, I think. I would be interested in playing the others. Someday. The Joseph Fares verse. That dude was in the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. He showed up. He didn't say fuck the Oscars, though. They told him to keep it normal. Like, that thing on the right is clearly a shortcut, right? I don't know how it could be a shortcut, but clearly. Yeah, I think that was the issue. Maybe it wasn't too long. The pacing was bad. What? Like, there were certain levels, like when it was like a third-person shooter in like the B world, I remember, where it was just like, this has been going on way the hell too long. Meanwhile, there was like a gauntlet section right before that, like a weird top-down thing. And that was like way too short, where I was like, more of that, please. That was cool. Story-wise, I thought it was like... I thought the pacing of the story was a little weird. I've complained about this on stream before as a strange thing to come up multiple times, but it was like... They don't even they don't even agree to let the brown paper bag man fix their relationship until like 75% of the way through the game. And then there's like you've already done so much shit. And it's like, okay, fine. Fix our relationship, bag man. And then there's just like 3 levels that you do, and they're like, oh, I guess we're staying together now. I thought that was weird. I don't know.
Yeah, what did you eat? Rhino for breakfast? Boombastic stacks.
He's a book, isn't he? In my head, I picture him as a brown paper bag with a face, but I think he is a book.
Looks like this is gonna be a great show today.
Yeah, I sure hope the drivers put out.
Yes, he's definitely a book, right? I remember now. Well, whatever. I liked the level towards the end where you go into the snow globe and there's like a whole like winter village in there, and it's like kind of not like a super like open world level or anything, but it's like a little bit more open than some of the previous levels, which are just completely linear. I thought that was cool. I liked that part a lot. Yeah, going, well, then it's harder to make the turn. Yeah, I wasn't processing that. Does this count as a sewer level? I think it does. I think that that right there officially qualifies this as sewer level. Place the chicken there. I have no idea what that chicken does, but there you go. He's placed. Yeah, the game is a little quiet. I could maybe turn it up, but the audio mixing does just seem to be engine noise drowns out everything. Oh shit, I got chickened. I chickened myself. Whatever. Plus 1.1 fun. That's good. It's interesting that that's like a stat game thing and it's done by percentage. So as your stats get higher, you'll gain more for doing stuff like that. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. I think someone did make that joke the other day. I think someone beat you to that. Yeah, what is Jose doing? Our team, the S team. Like, what is Jose doing? You suck, Jose. Team T for Tapioca. Yo, what's up, Theo?
Congratulations! You're an ace driver! Are you, busy tonight?
Hey, you! Instead of being a player, why don't you show us if you really got a pair on the track?
No problem, guy.
Scenario amateur category. I kind of don't really know. Like, I don't think we're following a plot right now. Clearly this is some kind of story mode, but there's essentially been no plot, and I have no idea if we're building towards anything or how long this is gonna go on for. It's kind of hard to tell. Grind a little bit of free fun. Oh no, I jumped over that. Oh shit. Get back in front of him. Oh no. Well, the best lap, like the lap times are really short in this game, so they can have 4 laps because Each lap is 30 seconds, so it's just like whatever, I feel like. I am losing pretty bad though. I feel like it's weird that when you're behind, they show that as a minus with green text. Like they said that I was -1 on him. I think that's him being -1 on me, and that's why the text is green. But that's strange, because from my perspective, that's bad. Also, I'm completely losing this, aren't I? No, okay, we have one more lap. One more lap to fix this. And, no, nobody... Shit, no, it's over. It's over. I don't think Blinks has ever come up in a poll yet. Blinks does have a sequel, so it should be double weight. Reminds me, I have to fix, I still have to fix the Destroy All Humans games. But Blinks should be showing up more often than other games, and yet we have not seen it yet. Yeah, there was a Blinks 2. There was absolutely a Blinks 2. Hang on. Sorry, my nose was really itching. And yeah, that is how it works. That's not heavily advertised anywhere, but we started doing that about halfway through GameCube thing. The way it works is that, like, if Blinks 2 is randomly rolled, but I haven't played Blinks 1 yet, then Blinks 1 will be the game that gets rolled, which effectively doubles the weight of a game that has a sequel. Like, it gives Blinks 1 2 possible rolls. And then, you know, if there's a game that has like 5 sequels, then it'll be like 5x weighted, that sort of thing. I started doing that because I was afraid that games that are like it should theoretically cause games that have a lot of sequels to show up earlier in the console challenge, just by virtue of them showing up in more polls. And so the idea is that we don't want to get to the end of the game and have like some series that we just never played sitting there, and I have to play like 5 X-Men games back to back. The forbidden knowledge to upload a 40-hour VOD. Yeah, ID said it. You upload the video, and then when the video is like 99% uploaded, you close the tab. So you cancel the upload by closing the tab, and then you wait like a day or two, and then you finish the upload, because YouTube lets you do that. YouTube has a resume upload thing for uploads that get canceled by closing the tab. Then you resume the upload like 2 days later, and then for some reason that just like bypasses their check. I mean, probably like 98% works too, you know, just like right at the end you have to stop it. I don't really know why. I'm not sure if that part's true. That's how I did it. That's what I was told how to do it. And you do have to wait for a long time after you after you cancel the upload. You do legitimately have to wait a long time. And the length you have to wait depends on how long the video is. So like for a 12-hour video, I think waiting 1 day works, but like for my 40-hour long video, it actually took me a few tries to get it uploaded, because I ended up having to wait like 3 days before finishing the upload. I think what's happening is that it processes the whole video in the background, and that's why it takes so much time. Like, that's why you have to wait. There's some kind of background processing step you have to wait for to finish. But the wait does matter. If you try to cut the wait short, then it will detect your video is too long. Oh, come on, Hannah, really? And it is weird that like this bug has existed in YouTube, I think, for years. And they've never fixed it. And they've also, as far as I can tell, never like punished anyone for abusing it. It's just like a secret feature of YouTube that if you do these weird steps, you can upload longer videos. And they've never bothered to fix that. I don't know. I feel like one day, because like they could just search for all videos longer than 12 hours and then delete them. Like they could just run that check on their database, but they never have. Is this just a weird cul-de-sac? Why is that there? I thought I was finding a shortcut. Yo, Froob. Thank you for the 52 months. I appreciate it a ton, dude. I'm sorry to hear that you are dying of illness at the moment. I hope that clears up for ya. And yeah, I think I agree with ID on this one. I think that the grocery store within the mall, I've never seen that before. I feel like that gives this mall a sense of unrealness. It's like a movie mall. Yup, super common, really? Like an indoor mall like this. I've never been to a mall like that was like a, you know, big indoor mall that had a grocery store. All malls have growth. Weird. Get the plus 1.3% fun. Jumped over the ramp. I mean, I guess I haven't been inside lots of malls, but I've been inside plenty of malls. Shoutouts to the Quaker Bridge Mall, my home mall growing up. Spent a lot of time in that shitty mall. They had 2 GameStops. I even got some karma for that for some reason. That's true, I have been to the Mall of America, SGDQ. Ooh, bonus cart. Amateur bonus.
Sweet racing, young blood. Paolo just tuned up a new cart. It's all yours.
We were at the Mall of America on the 4th of July as well. Doesn't get more America than that. It was fucking mobbed.
Just try and keep up with me. Yeah.
They have like an amusement park in the center of it. And we were like, hey, let's walk through there. And the second we walked in there, literally they were like packed in like sardines. You could not walk through there. It was terrible. And we were immediately just like, hey, never mind. Let's turn around and immediately leave. Dude, it's the funniest thing. We were in kind of a big group. Why am I just racing in the mall again? We were in kind of a big group, right? There were probably like 8 or 9 of us or something. There were a bunch of us. And because of that, I felt like I didn't want to, like we were just kind of walking around. I didn't want to hold the group up by like going into an interesting looking store or something. And everyone kind of felt the same way. So we basically didn't go into any stores. At one point, I think it was Shoehorse and Piper made a bet with each other about how many stores we would go into collectively as a group. Like, I think it was like, do you think we'll go into more or less than 3 stores throughout this entire visit to the mall? And Piper made that bet knowing full well that he had already been into the number of stores that he had to go into to win this bet. And he was just like, yep, I think so. I think that'll happen. And so in the end he won and got to make Shoehorse play Halo or something like that. I think that was what the bet was. But fucking Piper got away with that, and nobody realized until later. But yeah, basically none of us went into any stores. I think we went into a grand total of like literally 3.
You got
We were just kind of walking around.
moment while it lasts.
No, they didn't start the count from after they made the bet.
Okay, listen up now. The championship consists of 4 circuits, and whatever happens, I want to see a Sharks fan on that podium. If not, we don't qualify for the next category. Dig?
There must be some way to get huge air on the jumps, because like they were asking me to do a trick on that jump in the tutorial that I just could not pull off. Alright, get chickened. Wait, that's my own guy. I chickened my own teammate. No. There's a little mini shortcut there on the left. I'm not sure if I have to win or if it's just a teammate has to win, but looking at the absolute state of my team on the mini-map, I think that regardless, I have to win. The team is not gonna carry this for me. And yeah, that shortcut just cost me a lot of time. That was trash. I'm not doing that again. Nine laps of this. That is a little bit ridiculous. The laps are only 20 seconds. 9 laps though. And I guess that's a 3-minute race. That's actually not bad. My rule is no races longer than 4.5 minutes. That's as a racing game director, that's my mandate. No race should last longer than 4.5 minutes for any reason. I did see the DP Monster Truck game yesterday. That game has a bad reputation among N64 Mania people. So like, when DP rolled it and he was like, oh, all the reviews for this are bad. I was just like, yeah, you have no idea. And then I came back to his stream 3 hours later and he was like, this is the least fun I've ever had playing a video game. This is horrible. And then in the end, he gave it a 0 out of 10. So like, yup. Yep. Oh shit, there's just a wall there. Oh no, this is a terrible time for me to fall behind. There's not much time to fix this. Just gonna block me now. Okay, get in front of me if you dare. I have the chicken. Yeah, console challenges are good. And my team sucks so much. Look at that. We're taking up 3 of the bottom 4. It's just me who's good. We would be the entire bottom 4 if I were also bad.
Baby, at this speed, ain't nothing stopping you.
I feel like because like that loading screen said amateur category. I feel like after these 4 races, we're gonna like win the amateur category and then move on to pro. and then that'll be like the halfway point-ish of the game, and then we'll do pro. There's only 2 carts. Karma gained minus 0.9. There are stat downs in this game. What caused that? I don't know if you've played, like, what version you played, Pauly. The N64 version has a very bad reputation. I don't know if it's better. I think it's like a port from PC or something, and the PC game was made by like Rockstar even. But yeah, the N64 game. Aw, shit, I got chickened. You loved Monster Truck Madness? No way. And for the record, I would not pay $80 for this game. Apparently, it's going to be worse than that. Did you guys see, this was, I think, announced just before I went live. They are delaying pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US because they're going to raise the price of it again because we live in fucking hell. Everyone's already complaining about the price, and now it's going to be like, you know, actually it's going to be even more expensive. We truly fucking live in hell. Yo, what's up, Muck? And yeah, I agree, Emo. Nintendo's chat thing is very funny. I mean, I was thinking about it a bit. My first reaction was just like, LMAO, Discord exists. But, yo, Metza, thanks for the raid. What up, Metza? Like, my first instinct was, LMAO, Discord exists. But, thinking about it, like, that is my perspective as a streamer who, you know, is friends with other, like, big gamer types. And, like, for me, you know, if I want to stream my gameplay footage, I've got the capture card, it's set up. You know, I just hop in a Discord call with my friends and I stream the game. But, you know, I have to acknowledge that normal people can't do that. And if you're a normal person, that's probably a pretty cool feature. I agree that I don't know that it'll actually find an audience, because like anyone looking to talk to friends while playing games probably has other avenues of doing that already. Probably Discord. Right, that too. Like, I think I'm just not... I think my problem is that I'm just not, like, connected enough to normies to know, like, how useful that's gonna seem to people. But, personally, I would never in a million years use that. Also, the Mario Party with a camera thing looked terrible. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me. But like also we plaster your face on top of the game. Like, no, I'd really rather you not. I would really rather you not. That's not a feature, that is a threat. That looked like some PS2 iToy type shit. Just really bad. You know, I would say yes if I were gonna actually buy a Switch 2, but I'm not. But Cataquack being in is extremely sick, like objectively. I do love the direction they've taken the roster. Someone at Nintendo sat down and was like, wait a minute, this isn't Smash Bros. Like, we don't have to give a shit about the roster. We can just add literally everything. There's like barely any, like, we might as well. So they've just gone ahead and added, like, used Moo, Cataquack. Literally just like the most random, just like enemy models they have lying around. So yeah, you can play as that. I think that's delightful. It reminds me of Time Splitters on the GameCube. The Time Splitters multiplayer lets you play as like pretty much any character model from the game. Every enemy, every NPC. It's all just a guy, so it's all just playable. And I feel like that's really fun. Like I do... Yeah, those asshole crabs from the Mario Bros. Arcade game, they're in. The crabs, I think, have been in Mario Kart before. I think on, like, some of the... I can't remember which track specifically, but I know that there's... some beach track that has those crabs on it as, like, stage hazards. Yeah, Koopa Beach on N64. Is that it? What was I just saying? But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I do feel a little bit of FOMO surrounding Mario Kart, where it's like, damn, I feel like at launch, Switch 2 owners are gonna be playing so much Mario Kart multiplayer, and I'm gonna be just like looking at them having fun while I don't have fun, because I don't have it. But it's too damn expensive. I can't. Yeah. I'm gonna just like examining my buying habits. I've never made this connection until now, but I bought a Wii U when Smash 4 came out, and I bought a Switch when Smash Ultimate came out. So apparently I'm the type of person who is convinced to buy consoles by Super Smash Bros. I've never thought of myself as that kind of person, but objectively that is true about me. So I guess I'm waiting on the Switch 2 until they announce Smash for it. Is this how it's gonna go down? I mean, we know we've got a couple years. We know if nothing else, we've got a couple years because Sakurai is working on Kirby Air Riders. So a new Smash can't happen until after that. Also, who knows if a new Smash will even happen? Because that's just tough. That's just tough. Like, what do you do? Yeah, I feel like they would just update Ultimate in some way, but I don't know. I like new things. Ultimate was just Smash 4 updated in some ways. So it is kind of like we're working on like a decade-old core of a game here. Can we please get a new one now? Also, like, I'm not much of a Smash person. Like, I don't follow the competitive scene even in the slightest. But from my perspective, you know, I have a friend who bought all the DLC characters. All of the DLC seems really horrible. Like, pretty much every DLC character just, like, has 800 new mechanics stacked on top of them. And it's just like, what the hell is this? No thank you. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. If they do a Smash 6 where they scrap everything in the roster and just start over from scrap, I think I'd be okay with that. I think I would be totally fine with that. Horrible to play against? Horrible to play with. Like, against or as. I don't want to... Like, I don't know how freaking Kazuya works. Don't ask me.
You think you can do a little stunt? Just for me? Acrobatics are such a turn.
I can't sit here doing, like, Tekken inputs to get the extra damage. I have no idea what those are. Terry, like, I know even less about King of Fighter than I do about Tekken, so... Well, we're not even close. Huh. Maybe there's a shortcut that I missed somewhere. What? We weren't even remotely close to that, were we? Was I supposed to do a whole lap? Oh, get more than 26,000 fun points. Oh, God. No, I have no idea how to do that. Wait, hang on. I think we can just cheese it with this. Nah, we're not even close. Alright, worked that time. I'm not holding it long enough to get the points. No. Well, maybe I just move on anyway, because they only, like, the way you have a limited number of tries, like, what does it mean when I run out? Continue. The amateur file, like, yeah, apparently I could just fail that and it's okay. So I think we're good. Yeah, we just moved on, it's fine. There was probably some kind of unlock there that I missed, but I don't care. And yeah, the Mario Kart open world thing, that I don't care about that. Like, You know, if you're a kid and that's your one game, then I just know that as a kid I would spend so many hours just like just like exploring every inch of every track and finding strange places that don't even have anything on them, just like a strange place, and I go, oh, that's interesting, I've discovered something, you know. But as an adult gamer, I don't think I care about that at all. Yeah, for sure. That, not intended as a dig at you at all, Fraff. Sorry if I came off that way. Cool. Hide and seek mode. Unironically, I do play a hide and seek mode with friends in Halo 3. I'm someone who's still playing Halo 3 multiplayer to this day in split screen. The one player has to not look at the screen for like a minute while everyone else hides, and then when you look back, everyone is just like staring at a wall somewhere, so you can't find anyone, and you gotta try to find them on the map. Man, I've angered Hannah. Now I can't catch her at all. Try to hit her with the baseball bat. I haven't hit anyone with that yet. I don't know what happens. I don't think I've been hit by it either. Also, God, 10 laps. Why? Got him. I got 0.03. I got 0.3 karma for that. I just hit her with a baseball bat. I feel like that would be a minus karma behavior. Also, I don't know if anyone was watching like the treehouse stuff. I was not, but I did see bits and pieces of them playing the Donkey Kong game, and I gotta be honest with you, it does not look that fun, in my opinion. A little bit not disappointing because I have no expectations for anything. I'm a very cynical gamer, but I don't know. Which game is this hot take about now? The Donkey Kong Switch 2 game that they announced. I don't know. In their gameplay, they're just kind of like walking around, And like you dig through stuff, but like that's it. And like there didn't seem like there was really that much platforming or doing much of anything. I don't know. Unimpressed by Donkey. It is something, it is not a sequel to anything, so I guess that's a plus. Yeah, 8 exists. I resisted buying Mario Kart 8 for like 10 years because I had faith that a new game would come out. So I have not played Mario Kart since the Wii game. Mario Kart Wii was my last heavy Mario Kart experience.
Blackjack, I knew you were a sure thing. Have you taken a good look at your shabby self? Here, put this on. Wear it with class.
Oh, now we're in the rookie category. We went from amateur to rookie. Is this gonna like... Is this gonna be like an 8-hour-long kart racing campaign? How long is this? Is there even a long play of this on YouTube? I bet there's not.
It won't be a problem.
Furious Karting. Full playthrough, 449. Alright. This is gonna be really long. There's a video on YouTube that's 4 hours and 49 minutes of karting. But yeah, now we're not just like karting around city streets or whatever. We're officially in like the professional karter leagues. Now we've got a proper track. Oh my god, I just got scraped off against that wall. Come on, Patty. Patty, please. Well, game no longer completely easy. The incompatibilities were for backwards compatible Switch games. A lot of them were just like, a lot of them were very understandable, where it's like, this game relies on this specific controller feature, which does not exist on Switch 2. Like, I think this, I don't know what they mean by this, but apparently the Switch 1 Joy-Cons had an IR camera in them, and the Switch 2 Joy-Cons do not. So that leads to a lot of incompatibilities with the Labo games. Yeah, is what it is. The Labo stuff, Ring Fit. Ring Fit is incompatible because the Joy-Con 2 does not fit inside of the leg thing. That's like, alright, kind of understandable. You could just tape it to yourself and then it would work. The IR camera feature, which was apparently a thing in Game Builder Garage, is why that game is listed as incompatible. Does anyone else remember Game Builder Garage? I paid full price for that. As an enjoyer of building games, I paid money for that. Yeah, Nintendo just straight up released some kind of weird, like, make any video game engine for 30 bucks too. It was discount. It was not a very big hit, but I was all over that for like a week or two because it's pretty fun to mess with their scripting system and see what sort of things could be made. Yeah, basically like it wasn't like a Little Big Planet competitor, because Little Big Planet was 2D platformers. It was more of like a Dreams competitor, because you could make pretty much anything. I think the problem with it that I had was just that you were very limited in the number of connections you could make. Like the whole thing worked based on this like box and connection script system. And you were just too limited in the number of stuff you could have. And it sort of made it so that any game you made had to be kind of small, which is unfortunate. Wonder what Media Molecule's been up to ever since Dreams. That was several years ago. Patiently waiting for them to revive Little Big Planet in a way that doesn't suck.
Sweet racing, young blood. Paolo just tuned up a new car. It's all yours. Don't jack it up.
Hey, pal. I don't appreciate when someone steals my show. Come on, let me see what you're really worth. One-on-one.
Die, Mike. Get the 0.8% fun too. Did Tony Hawk Downhill Jam exist yet? I don't know when that game came out. Maybe it existed. It had a GBA version, so I'm holding on to this just in case he passes me. Oh no. Well, good thing I held on to that. And I missed. Shit. Well, we got time. Like he was pulling away from me even though I was using the boost power up. Now that chicken's gonna be in my way the rest of this race too. It slows you down a lot when you've got the chicken on you. I don't think the game does have rubber banding, because look at how far ahead I am. I think that was just an issue of, like, the boost being kind of slow to start up. Oh, shit. Yep, see, chicken myself. I knew that was going to happen. I put that chicken right in my normal path. And yeah, my speed is, like, capped in the 30s. Only rubber banding in my favor? That would be very nice of them. Just only reverse rubber banding. World's least evil racing game developers. And my speed stat is gonna cap by the end of this game. Bonus character Mike.
Lucky one time, amateur. Twice? Don't you friggin' count on it. We'll meet again.
Is he like sabotaging my cart or something? Oh damn, look at this. Look at this track. Oh, it's lagging. The last track was a pretty good, like, solid 60 FPS. Not this one. We're officially in, like, Atari Mega City. You come out of there backwards. Well, that's a big shortcut, I think. As long as you know you're coming out of it backwards. That sucks. That sucks. I think we have to restart this race. This is not good. The game's performance has tanked so much. There we go. Mike. Fucking Mike. Patty's just parked in front of me with the chicken. Go away. Well, do we restart now? I don't know if I have to win or if I just have to place top 3. They're just faster than me, though. Did you see that? They just, like, blasted out ahead of me. My own team member just hit me with a bat. What the fuck, dude? I thought we were on the same side here. That was a good hit. I kind of sniped him. in a little corner. This sucks. Okay, you lose karma if you hit someone who's on your team. But you gain it if you hit someone who's on another team. Ah, shit. Oh, no, and you, why are you passing me? No! Well, do we get to move on or no? Apparently I get to move on. Apparently it's fine that I came in fourth.
I'd like Paulo to check it out.
I had some engine trouble, in
Yeah,
fairness.
I'll take a look at it. That's strange. Somebody's tampered with your carburetor.
My carburetor. That might have been a non-scripted. That might have been like a loss on purpose. Like you might, I don't know. For plot reasons, I feel like you're supposed to lose that. And also, oh. Well, this sucks. There's just a fake way over there. Well, before they faked me out with a road that just goes to a dead end, we were winning this pretty easily. So I feel like that race is just meant to be way harder. What? Hello? The motor's dead. What? Oh my god.
I never saw anything like it. Your gas pipe's been punctured. Sabotage if I ever saw it. You better keep your eyes peeled around your go-kart, pal.
Alright, so that race just doesn't happen. Fine by me. Man, a well-timed baseball bat hit is great. When you like roll up on him like that. Alright, right side is clearly better. And just like smack him as you go by. 'Cause there's a lot of lead up on that. You have to time it. Laps of this, where the best lap is 47 seconds. I just realized that. Why? Literally why? 45-second laps. 450 seconds for 10 laps. This is gonna be like a 7-minute long race or something. Why? I need to get better at you don't have a handbrake, but what you can do is lean in the cart, and it sort of acts like a handbrake where you can kind of drift a little bit, take sharper turns. Gotta get better at doing that. Yeah, Every John, I think we found the one game that like literally nobody has any experience with. Normally, no matter how weird the game I'm playing is, someone shows up in chat who's just like, oh yeah, I've played this one before. This game, not a soul. I am holding an item currently. I'm holding the grenade in the top left, so that's why it's not giving me the items. I'm not sure anyone asked. Like the title of the game in the box art really make this seem like it's gonna have a lot more of like an attitude than it does. It's gonna be an edgy kart racer, and it's really not. But I'm not sure that there's any like who wants an edgy kart racer exactly anyway. I mean, I do, but not in a serious way. So I feel like probably no one bought this. A truly edgy kart racer. Instead of green shells, you throw like piss bottles. Or that would probably be in place of the bomb. The playable characters would be like a guy who's in a gang, a dominatrix, like someone who has like a who has like a dishonorable discharge from the military, and that's like our military themed guy. Basically, yeah, I realize I'm basically just describing Freaky Flyers, aren't I? You know, someone who escaped from an asylum, who's like wearing a straitjacket, and he just like says epic, so random, he's so crazy type quotes whenever you hit someone with an item. Myst 3 was a good time. If you were a boring game appreciator, if you like games where you do basically nothing, Myst 3 was a really good time. I had a lot of fun. Second place is actually a lot closer to me than I thought they were, so I kind of have to be a gamer here. I can't choke. Imagine choking this race at the very end after like 10 minutes. That physically hurt me. If he passes me, he's getting a grenade to the face. So don't even think about it. Okay, I win. I win, but it's under 1 second. Alright, I guess we're trying to get points. This is race 4 out of 8. I'm still winning overall on points.
Sweet. I guess your engine's working fine now.
Proliferating a long string of pretty, toe-tapping, largely inconsequential ditties.
Crazy Frog Racer. Is there a GBA version of that? It's on PS2. I'm gonna step away for a sec, by the way. I'll be right back, and the Furious Karting will continue. Okay, what the hell is Homie Rollers? I've never heard of that before. Hang on, now I want to see. Homie Rollers. Homie Rollers DS. Nintendo DS gameplay in HD. Yo, this looks like shit. What? This looks pretty bad. Yeah, everything is like flickering. The hell? If they could just release this in stores? Yo, what up, Shasta? You've played it. The DS game knower has entered the chat room. This guy has been trapped in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Nightmare Troubadour mines for the last like 50 hours. Is there gameplay in Russell Grant astrology? I'm gonna guess there's not. My prediction is that it is just like a horoscope. It's just like a daily horoscope software. And like maybe they pretend they can get other insights out of various things too. The box art is pretty funny, right? Yeah. It's just this guy. It's up there with Alan Carr, my stop smoking coach. It's just like, what? Look, times were different. Times were different back then. They were selling like cookbooks on the Nintendo DS. Just like straight up like reference software for the Nintendo DS. There's a dictionary on the DS. There's a DS like ebook collection which is published by Nintendo themselves. Called like 100 classic pieces of literature or something like that. It's, yeah, the dictionary is called Touch Dick. Man. The DS. The DS is very interesting. What is that? Hang on. Yeah, like reminder that this exists on the DS. Just like what and why. But there it is.
Has it in for you.
In my opinion, when Shasta gets to 100 classic book collection, he should have to read all 100 books. And his stream should just be him sitting quietly reading a book for like 200 hours while he gets through all 100 books. What am I doing? I feel like I'm meant to do something. I did not have the Guitar Hero attachment. I really wanted it. I really wanted the Guitar Hero attachment. Smash into him. Okay. I really wanted it at the time, but I didn't get it. Ah, shit. I did smash into him and it didn't do anything, so I don't know what they want from me now. I guess I gotta smash him harder. Yeah, there was that, there was that game. This is like a year ago or something. Someone released a game that was like an anime girl does your taxes. And it was just like actual tax software, but with like an anime girl. And it got like removed from Steam. Yeah, that existed. This is real. Hang on. this. I think. I think it's this. It was 2022. I think it was getting removed from Steam because the anime girl, like, asks for your social security number so she can file your taxes properly. Is that something? What is MSCHF? Mischief. Art company. I'm trying my best to kill Jack, but he won't die. Went the other way. Wait, where am I? Now I'm lost. I was supposed to go here. I think I'm maybe supposed to use the bat. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the bat for a second there. Let me try that. Let me try batting him. It says ram him. I was plus 5.3 karma for batting him there. Pretty good. Oh shit, he went down this road now. It didn't... That doesn't seem like that was it though. Maybe if I just keep batting him. Yeah, plus 5% karma is pretty crazy. I guess it makes sense. Jack's a real asshole, so hitting him with the bat is a good thing. There we go. He really smashed that idiot to pieces. Unlocked as a bonus character.
Oh! Start talking, Scarface. What's your story?
All right. She paid me. She paid me. La Dame en Rouge.
What was that subtitle? That...
Well, your teeth sharp enough? I've got an old debt to set. Your sad excuse for a coach is to blame for my leg, and it's you who's going to pay. So, get in your kiddie cart and pray that you finish.
Don't cancel your hospital plan. You're going down. Oh, witch.
If I get a spring, I have to find like a safe time to use the spring so that I don't accidentally die. I need to get rid of the item, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Shoutouts to Rush. She's evil. It is good karma to hit her with a bat. She just went right through that chicken. And now it's my chicken. Bonk. Plus 8% karma. This is like where you grind karma, honestly. This is where you grind. I keep forgetting to duck under that. Shit. Well. It's like hidden behind the boxes. He tried to hit me with the bat too. Okay. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Karma gained 25%. That's insane. My karma stat is about to go crazy.
Okay, so you got over today. I advise you to survey your carte. Rest assured, our paths will cross again.
Bam! You're racing in the championship. All right, it's time to rack up those points.
Wasn't I already? I thought I was already racing in the championship and racking up points. I have no idea, Mr. Shasta. I bet the manual would say, but I have no idea. Yeah, if anyone finds the manual and can tell me what that means, not that I care that much, but it'd be interesting. But what does the fun stat do? It's like, there's a snowboarding game on N64 called Big Mountain 2000, and Big Mountain 2000 has a cool stat, and whether you win or lose, your cool stat always goes up. I think I'm just gonna lose. I think it's over for me. That was a pretty devastating thing to have happen. Oh god. I'm just gonna restart now. I'm just gonna restart. Okay, so maybe it lets you like spin faster in midair. That's kind of what I was thinking. I haven't noticed an increase in spinning, but also my fun stat hasn't gone up by that much. And I haven't really tried doing any tricks because there's no point to doing them. They just sort of seem like a lot of risk for nothing. They boost my fun stat, which also doesn't matter. And maybe if I'm trying to grind all characters to max stats, That is a thing that I would do if I had this game as a kid. I would probably do that. Gotta be careful, because you kind of flip out of control really easily when you're going fast in this game. So I am actually trying to be careful. See what I mean? If you don't land like perfectly straight, things get out of hand really fast. I mean, you know, in a world where you only get one game, and then that's it for like several months until the next occasion where you get a game, you come up with things to do in games. I'm about to lap the guy in last. There he is. I need him to leave me alone though, so I kind of don't want to get too close. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Not like this. Not like this? Okay. Yeah, so I have been collecting points the entire time. That was race 6 out of 8.
Anyway, let me know how you get on and do enjoy the show.
It's the realness.
Our target, people, is him. Block his way by any means necessary. He can't make the podium. Is that clear?
I haven't really been paying attention to the formula though. Like, I don't know how many points you get for winning a race. If I win this, maybe I can just do nothing after that. I don't know. Yeah. Now, we played on this track before. It seems like there are a few tracks that they then section off to create smaller tracks out of. No, I missed it. If you hit your friend, they get mad and you have to apologize. But if you have higher karma, they're less likely to get mad at you. That's what karma means. It's just like a, will my friends hate me if I hit them with my bat type mechanic? Weird. Only kart racer with a reputation system. Believe it or not, I've played multiple racing games that have a girlfriend mechanic in them on the GameCube. In SRS Street Racing Syndicate, you collect girlfriends, and if you do a bad job on races, then your girlfriend can actually dump you, and then you have to go win her back. Then there was, I think it was SX Superfly, I think it was that. Also had a mechanic where as you got deeper in the game, you traded up for hotter and hotter girlfriends. That's sort of like a reputation mechanic. Yeah, some of those girls didn't stick around for too long, but they would all leave an angry voicemail when you dumped them for the next girl. It was really funny. Such a strange game. Well, this is going to be an 8-minute long race. Best lap, 59 seconds, 8 laps. Believe me, Every John, I am extremely familiar with the hostess system. Unfortunately, I know all too well that San Andreas dating is like pure jank. You have to do it at one point to continue the game, and it's just like pure jank, and I hate it. No translation for SMT9. We talked about this a little bit ago. Apparently someone started at doing a translation, but it's like very unfinished, and it's like machine translation anyway, so that doesn't count. There is no translation for SMT9, and you know what? If someone makes a translation for SMT9, I probably still just won't play it. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna pretend I don't know about it. SMT9, hardly know her. I know that it's not, I know that it's not like Nocturne or anything, but it just looks weird and terrible. I don't want to mess with it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you figure they've been making games since what? The history of the Shin Megami Tensei series is weird. Because before there was Shin Megami Tensei, there were the Megami Tensei games. And I think all of this dates back to like a book or something. But I think the first Shin Megami Tensei was like on Super Famicom, you know, like an early 90s thing. And in that case, it's taken them like over 30 years to make 5 numbered entries. So they got a while before they actually get to 9. I don't know what EA is doing with Madden this year, because EA released Madden 25 for the series' 25th anniversary, and we are now at 2025, so I don't know what they've done. Guess I could just Google it. It's probably out, whatever they decided on for that. But I remember thinking at the time that they were going to be in trouble once they got to the year 2025. Apparently people are still buying Madden. I think a lot of people bought the college football game that they made a couple months ago. Everyone was excited for the return of college football gaming. Mario Kart Killer Hidden Gem? No. It's completely serviceable. To be honest, there's nothing wrong with this, but it's really doing nothing to make me like it that much either. It's just kinda... It just kinda is what it is. Take it or leave it. I think it sort of lacks, despite the box art making you think that it's gonna be like a, you know, a bold, attitude-filled game, it really isn't. And it sort of lacks its own identity, I feel like. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know, man. It's a street, and I'm driving on it. What am I supposed to get out of this? It's not... There's nothing that would make me choose to play this game over basically any other racing game. But it's not broken or anything. The races were nice and short, and then they started springing this, like, 8-minute long race crap on me. Just saw the Atari logo. Look, Atari, you never know what you're gonna get from, like, fake 2000s Atari post-Infogrames buyout. But whatever it is, you know it's probably bad. Oh, this is new. You're gonna get crap is what you're gonna get, pretty much. That's not necessarily, like, that Atari published Ikaruga on the GameCube in the US. I'm just saying. They published Drive 3R. Which is crap, but it is fascinating crap that I'm looking forward to playing. Pronouncing it in the worst way possible. I feel like that sounds familiar, but I can't picture it. Post the video. I'm curious how hard they fucked it up. Oh, that was my friend. Sorry. Get my karma back because I apologized. The only kart racing game with a press X to apologize button. Humongous Games was defiled. It's a shame that they don't still exist making kids point-and-click adventure games to this day. I grew up with, like, all the Humongous Entertainment games. I think somehow we got them in, like, a big bundle or something. Or, like, found them all at a garage sale or something. Because I straight up had, like, 10 Humongous Entertainment games, and I still have them, too. I have the discs right over there. But they were bangers. I pretty much never beat any of them as a kid because I was too dumb. I was, like, 5. But they're good. Living proof that just because your game is for kids doesn't mean it's acceptable to make a piece of shit game. So many bad GameCube games where it's like, oh, it's a kid's game. It doesn't have to be good. Like, no. Still has to be good. It can be done. There's no reason not to. Man, the controls suck here. I don't know how obvious it is on stream, but these ice controls are brutal. Worst kids GameCube game I played? Well, Piglet's Big Game. It's not even close. What am I saying? Well, it's Piglet's Big Game. Piglet's Big Game is ass. Dora was really boring as well. I actually liked Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse, which is a friggin' banger. Like, indisputably, Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse is pretty good. Yeah, a couple months ago, there was this, like, resurgence of Piglet's Big Game interest. Where, like, people on Twitter tried, like, convincing themselves that it was, like, a secret masterpiece. It's like, no, dude. It's a 6-hour game where you walk around and do nothing. This game sucks. Yeah, it has this one room you walk through with, like, a Dutch angle and, like, horrible sound effects coming from off screen. They basically pull, like, a Silent Hill on you for one room. But other than that, the game is completely horrible. Yes, there were 4 zeros. The 4 zeros were Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which is a very spite-based zero. Let's see. Next was the Legacy of Kain game. Which one? Legacy of Kain. Blood Omen 2, thank you. I couldn't remember the subtitle. It was Blood Omen 2, Legacy of Kain, which probably didn't deserve a 0, but I really just did not enjoy my time with that game on any level, and I thought it was terrible. And in the end, I gave it a 0. The 2 very deserving 0s that I gave out were Digimon World 4, which is just, like, horrendous. Digimon World 4. I'm already primed to not really like dungeon crawlers, but just, like, imagine the blandest, just, like, 0 good things about this at all dungeon crawler that has, like, 0 quality of life features at all. It's just, like, horrid. I hate it. That got a 0. I had to spend several hours grinding as well, but that's neither here nor there. And then the final 0 was Metabots Infinity. Metabots Infinity, I think, is the worst GameCube game, in my opinion. It's not that it's broken. If you include brokenness, then the worst GameCube game is Nickelodeon Party Blast. But not considering that, just thinking, like, what is the game that I think is the least fun? Or that is the most bad? Like, if you add up all of the time spent doing something bad, what is the worst game? By that metric, it has to be Metabots Infinity. That game fucking sucks. That game is so bad. But yeah, those are my 4 zeros. I'm glad someone agrees, Exuno, about Crystal Chronicles. That game really drove me up a wall. You've reached the goals. And, like, I played it in multiplayer back in the day. Like, as a kid in high school, I played it with 3 friends. We had the Game Boys and everything, and we quit at the end without finishing because we all agreed it was terrible. And then on the replay, I beat it for GameCube thing. And at the end, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think I was right back then. This game sucks. I don't get it. Like, I do kind of get it. I understand why people would like Crystal Chronicles. But for me, I hated that game. I thought it was pretty bad. The final boss having a weird, unexplained gimmick. with the hard game over was just like terrible. I hated that. I never gave a game back early to Blockbuster. If I rented a game, no matter how much it sucked, I was just happy to have a new game. Yeah, the idea of Crystal Chronicles is good. Like, you know what I would like to see? This has to exist, but I can't think of it. And yeah, to whoever was asking if that other track was the baby park of this game, no, this is the baby park of this game. We found it. But what was I about to say? Like, I don't know why there's not a game. Why they didn't just make a game where, like, imagine like Final Fantasy IV, except each of the 4 characters are controlled by 4 players. And then there you go, you're done. That's the game. A hawking arena. The action of playing hockey. You're hawking. Mega Man Network Transmission is one of your favorite GameCube games? No. I don't believe that. I don't believe you. That game is pure evil. I think there was some like early game level I was stuck on for a really long time, and once I got past that, the game kind of got less bad. But man, Network Transmission is a hateful product. Just the way you have to like RNG into getting your abilities is just like, ugh, no, why? Yeah. I mean, like, I think that's how it... Like, you had a deck of abilities, right? And they came up in a random order. Yeah, You basically had to, like, believe in the heart of the cards to get the thing you need at the time you need it. I totally thought that was the finish line I was jumping over, and it was not. Okay, there we go. Oof, look at all these people who got lapped.
Yeah, what did you eat? Rhino for breakfast? Boombastic stats.
Boombastic stats? What does that mean, dude?
Welcome to the Junior Trophy, which is once again opening the season. The best and finest teams will be fighting it out on our track. So let me tell you, there'll be a mighty show and fight in this top-notch meeting.
You ate rhino for breakfast, boombastic stats. I mean, no comment on the actual Battle Network games. Network Transmission is a 2D platformer, but it's a 2D platformer. I mean, basically just like, imagine Mega Man, where, you know, once you defeat a Robot Master, you get his ability, and then you can go into the pause menu and select that ability, and you use them. Imagine that, but when you defeat a robot master, or you just find him around, your ability is actually a card that goes into a deck, and then you just sort of shuffle the deck, and you just RNG into your abilities. You have to draw your abilities from the deck. That is network transmission. Also, even though it's a 2D platformer, it has open world mechanics. That's another one that's just like, I thought that was weird. Not good or bad, just very weird. Like, you find a robot master stage by wandering around the 2D platformer overworld until you find it. So like, if you die in that stage, you might have to, like, there's gonna be a journey back to the stage. It's very strange. It's like Dark Souls. You gotta get back. There's a run back. The Dark Souls of Mega Man games. Please kill me. Welp. Die. Have a chicken. Runbacks are the worst mechanic ever introduced to gaming. Every once in a while I enjoy a good run back in like a retro game. In the sense that, you know, if you run out of lives or whatever, you have to redo a bunch of stuff. You know, maybe if you die to the boss, you have to play the whole level again to get back to the boss. Uh-oh. Talking like you lose resources and you have to go back to where you died. Oh, you mean like that. Yeah, that sucks. No, I agree with you on that. Killer 7 does that, and I hate it. If you die, you have to go to where you died and get your dude back. For no reason. Yeah, RuneScape does this. The old RuneScape death mechanics were better. In some ways. If you died, you just drop everything, and then it all despawns after 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes to frantically try to get back to where you died and get your stuff back before it's gone forever. And after 1 minute, it appeared on the floor, so anyone could just pick it up. So good. Needless to say, you could not get to most places in the game in that amount of time. Sometimes you'd be playing the game and you just find a stack of stuff on the ground and it's like, oh, I guess someone died here. Mine now. Nice. I can't take that turn tight enough to get the boost. It's impossible. Well, those are not the death mechanics anymore. Nowadays, you have like 15 minutes to get back to your stuff, I think usually. I think UIMs have an hour to get back to their stuff. And then also, you can just like pay money to not have to do it. So unfortunate. But they kind of do have to make that change. There were a number of reasons why they had to make the change, but you sort of can't like make the game as hard if the punishment for death is so steep. Like losing literally all of your best stuff if you die to an endgame boss would be like nobody would ever attempt the endgame boss. It would just be horrible. So it kind of lets them do more difficult content, where now you can do the content and if you die, it's not that big of a deal. So you can die a billion times trying to figure out how to beat it. Compared to back in the day where like a death is like, if you ever die, that's like devastating to the account. That's very bad. So they got to balance the game accordingly. You know, nowadays they make bosses that just like one-shot you if you fuck up, pretty much is how it is. Like, oh, you're standing in the wrong spot. Okay, here's 2 hits for 50. See if you can tank that. I feel like that would incentivize some very bad game design decisions. The game is free to play, but if you die, you have to pay money to revive. Is it pay money to revive, or is it like you enter your credit card and then on death, you're automatically charged $4.99? So as long as you don't die, they haven't charged you yet. But I feel like that would incentivize the designers to just add in a million cheap deaths. That's like the idea of, I mean, shit, it's basically an arcade game, right? We haven't invented anything here. We've invented arcade games that already existed. Add in a bunch of cheap deaths to make the player keep paying.
Baby, at this speed, ain't nothing stopping you.
I feel like nothing plot-wise has happened in this game in like an hour. Like we had that fight against the lady in red or whatever. And since then, has anything happened, or am I just like racing, then getting a cutscene where that guy says some stuff, and then doing another race? The game very briefly flirted with the idea of having characters and plot, and then changed its mind. What if the game paid you if you didn't die? I feel like this is... You know what we should... Hear me out. Hear me out. Creating a character costs $5. If you kill someone in game, you get $2. So, like, you are getting their money that they paid to play the game when you beat them. You don't get the full price. Some of it goes to the devs. but you get some of the money that they paid to play the game. Yes, then it's $5 for another character, correct? Spy Kids 3D wasn't VR and was just a game you played with a controller. I have not seen Spy Kids 3D since it was in theaters. I definitely saw that movie. I definitely did see that movie, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. The only thing I remember about the movie is that at different points in time, the characters in the movie would tell you to put on the 3D glasses and then take them back off again. And I thought that was weird. I still think that's weird. Also, Elijah Wood shows up and he's the guy or whatever. But I don't remember any of the gameplay mechanics. Aw, shit, I didn't see that. I wish you could, like, pass the chicken by bumping someone. That would be good. You should be able to pass the chicken. The carts are not that furious, Brack. It's actually surprisingly unfurious. Aw, shit. I thought there was a big turn there, and there just isn't. Yeah, no, I agree. There has to be a certain level of difficulty to a game. Not that I want the game to totally, like, be impossibly hard, but if a game's puzzles are too simple, like I've said this. I've said this about games on stream before, where you play a game where the puzzles are so easy that they just don't even feel like puzzles. It's just like breathing air. Where it's just like you're just going through the motion of solving it without even really like processing that you have to think about it as a puzzle. Like I feel like there are a lot of games that are like that. Where it's just like, oh look, it's box pushing. Okay, it's this box, then that box, then this one. And now we move on to the next room. Like you didn't even have to think to solve anything. You just see it and the solution is right there. And it's like, well, that doesn't count as gameplay. There are a lot of movie games, kids games, etc. that were kind of like that for me, where it just felt like platforming games where you're basically just walking to the end, not even really doing that much. But also, if the mechanics are bad, sometimes I would be thankful that they wouldn't make me engage with them, so that's a different issue though. If that's where your game is at, then you've got other problems than just the game being too easy. But yeah, I'm not like an obsessive bad game player or hard game player or anything. Congratulations, I'm now a pro. Alright. My stats are getting pretty close to maxed. Speed and karma, not fun. Speed is gonna be maxed at some point.
Drive it, baby. You're all right. I believe we're in business.
Like, to be honest, I think this game has been too easy. I feel like less than half of my focus this stream has been on the game. I've mostly just been chilling while the game exists in the background.
By the way, there's 6 of them. Are you feeling me?
By the way, there's 6 of them. That is kind of ideal racing game streaming though, isn't it? Racing games are the ultimate genre to just like get comfy. Podcast about whatever. Yeah, it's kind of bland. It's a bit of a bland game, unfortunately. How's the fishing RPG going? It's going good. I've been sort of working on it on and off, as always. But I finished up implementing water currents last night, which I wasn't originally going to do water currents, but then I did animated water, and I was like, well, now we gotta have currents, right? Like, look at this. The water is flowing, so gotta have currents, so now there's that. At this point, I think I am just refining the map for the second town, and then it is time to start scripting everything, which is going to be tough. There is a lot of work to do with that. Still as well having still as well have to come up with some more gimmicks for certain things. Published as in like, have I released a game before? No. I did do a number of game jams back in college. And I used to have a personal site that I had links to all my games on and stuff, but that's all gone now. I do still have all my old games, like the project files and things, but I don't have anything on like Steam or anything like that. I'm really not, I am a very unimpressive person. Like it's just a hobby for me. I'm not a good artist. I'm not a good programmer. I cannot make anything that is even remotely interesting to anyone. But, you know, it's nice to have creative hobbies. So I'm still working on it, even though it is total shit. Man, I'm in like dead last here. This is actually not going well. Pro is hard. Game heard me and got hard all of a sudden. Wow, I went, hello, chicken? Okay. I definitely went right through that chicken. I think I had iframes because of the baseball bat. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not Pixel, the developer of Cave Story. I'm not even somewhat impressive people you see on Twitter. I am capable of making shitty sketches in Paint, and I am capable of some level of programming. but not an impressive amount. So, you know. That game looks great. That game has great graphics. I could never even hope to make something that looks that good. People are like, you know, when it comes to something like that, or like, you know, like the Kingdom of Loathing games as well, which are just like stick figures, black and white drawings. It's like, ah, anyone could make this. Fuck no. No, you're wrong. You do it then. Like, no, I guarantee you if I did that, it would look so much worse. Yeah, damn, tiny mistakes like that just send you straight to the back. It's rough. Yeah, I just have no idea how to art on any level. I cannot. It doesn't work in my brain for whatever reason. I can show, I can bring up the game after this race if people are interested. I don't wanna derail this extremely exciting kart racing gameplay, but I can show you guys what I mean. I was making YouTube videos about like development progress for a little while, but I became dissatisfied with the videos. The videos are bad and it got too hard to make them good, and the game is not very good. I may still make more videos, but at this point I haven't shown anything in a really long time. I need Honey to let me pass. Thank you. Alright, somehow I won that. Like, hold up. Okay, let's see. You know, I did strongly consider / start working on that video ID. I was gonna do it, but then I realized how much work it was gonna be, and I gave up. But I had that idea. Because there's so much to like, there is a lot to explain about it. So like, okay, hang on. Where are you? So, here's the game. This is the main menu. I'm not capturing audio, but there's basically no audio except for some simple sound effects because I don't know how to make music. I was talking to Spock about it, but then I forgot to get back to him about something, and now it's been a few months, so I don't know. We can load a map. Here's what the game looks like. I'll put myself on the map. Here's what the game looks like. It looks like shit, as you can see. Also, I gotta scoot the $sign thing over a little, don't I? It's kind of running up against the right side of the screen. This map still needs a lot of work, but this is basically it. Hold up, I gotta pause Furious Karting. None of the buildings have interiors yet. We can load the first town, because the first town is actually a bit more finished. All of the people sprites are stolen from Dragon Quest, except that dog. They all need replacing at some point. But, yep. Here's the game. Oh. We can fish. It's kind of basic. But yeah, this is what I mean when I say I cannot draw. Like, it looks pretty bad. But I am doing it all. Like, you cannot fish in people's toilets. No. You can fish in that guy's backyard. Where's his house? Where's his house? There it is. Once you get into that guy's house, then you can fish in his backyard. You know, I think I need to adjust this, actually. You should not be able to reach all the way out here. Actually, you have to fish in that guy's backyard. That's like the whole... This is the first town in the game, and the whole idea is that you have to get this guy's key so that you can unlock his house, so that you can get a thing in the back. It looks absence of good, exactly. Like, it looks like shit. It looks like total shit. Fishing in sinks and toilets and stuff. That could be funny, but I haven't done that yet. Could be good. I don't know. I don't know how to make things that look good is my point. And I need more interesting things to do with this whole area over here. I have some ideas for what I want to do, actually. But right now, this just kind of comes all the way over here. Anyway, that's my tangent. That's my lakeside tangent. There you go. How can you cross the river to reach the chest? You have to get a boat. Town 2, you win a fishing tournament to get a boat. And actually, the plot of the whole thing is, well, I don't want to get into it. But you come into town, there's a tournament, you're like, oh cool, I'll enter that. And then the local town bully kid enters, and he cheats. And he cheats to win, so you can't beat him. So you have to go through a whole little adventure game sequence to unlock the ability to also cheat. And then you cheat harder to beat him so that you can win the boat. And then you're going to use the boat to advance to the next town. That's the plan. In a high-level sense. Also, that kid's getting a redemption arc, I'm just saying. He's gonna join your party at the end of the chapter. He's gonna apologize. I do have, like, the whole plot of the game written out, but it's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, exactly. That's literally exactly what I'm going for, Mayo. It is meant to invoke some shonen anime vibes. But I don't know. The game is pretty bad. I gotta keep working on it. Not as embarrassing as including a custom story in a Monkey Ball 2 mod you're supposed to read during the cutscenes. Super Monkey Ball 2's story is fantastic. It's a work of art. The magical spell is AA Poo. Or Angry Tang. That sounds great. I am extremely not a writer though. And just add that to my list of skills that I don't have. I don't know. I think that the whole thing is like, you know, obviously the whole game is tiles. So the good thing about that is that I can kind of just like improve one tile at a time if I want to. Like I can just be like, today I'm going to make the grass look slightly better, and then do that. And then that's it. You can just, it fixes all of the grass in the entire game to just improve that one 16 by 16 square of pixels. And we can just slowly plug away at it, and someday maybe the game will look better. I actually have improved the graphics quite a bit. They did look worse. Originally the plan was 8 by 8 tiles. Because I'm like, I can't fucking do art. The fewer pixels I have to figure out how to place. And no, you can't draw anything of value in 8 by 8. That doesn't work. So we upped it to 16 by 16. But then there was a bunch of old 8 by 8 assets just like mixed in with the newer ones. And so I tried to get rid of most of those. I don't know. I also thought about, this would require redoing a lot of things. I also thought about making the characters 2 tiles wide, because like all of the character art is stolen from Dragon Quest right now, because I truly cannot, like I tried a couple times to draw a person and I cannot do it in 16 by 16, but I'm like, what if it was 16 by 32? What if I just redo the art style of the game completely so that all characters are 2 tiles tall? Like, maybe then I could do it? I don't know. But I haven't done that, and I probably won't do that. But figuring out how to turn everyone into, like... Oh yeah, no, not wider, taller. Wider would be weird. That doesn't make sense. Everyone would be wide Kiryu. Tile and a half. I feel like that would make, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
Perfect. You're on the dot.
I don't know. It's kind of just a pet project. Like I did the whole engine myself, and all of like the editing tools and stuff are done by me. So that's honestly where most of the work is. I'm supposed to do a trick that's worth 30,000 points. There's got to be some way to get more air then. Like how? How am I supposed to do that?
Cut! That's
I hope this is failable. Cause like that's all I got. All I have is the front Saito. 2 tiles wide RPG now. I'm trying to flatten him out after that first, like, barrel roll thing, but I can't. Choose Babylon to best travel. Babylon, your best choice to travel. Right, I'm not cut out for the movies. I think that's okay. Those like side things just seem failable. You're just allowed to fail those. That does sound kind of funny. Dude, look how long this track is. This is gonna be another like 7+ minute long race. This game has gotten tiresome. Yeah, failing the challenge is fine. We just moved on. I don't know what happens if you succeed the challenge, because I've failed every score challenge so far. There's something about scoring that I just haven't understood, I think. So, like, I've just failed every scoring challenge, and it's fine. You just keep going. The only thing that matters is winning the races. And actually, you don't have to win the races either. It's a point-based thing. You are not actually quoting anything. I don't believe you. Forgotten I was even playing a game a few times. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm playing a game right now. Oh my god. That is not the item I thought I was holding. Because I screwed up. Hang on. That is a typo. It's because that is my start split key. So when I started the timer, I still had the text input selected, and I put the like tick thingy there. And nobody pointed that out to me until just now. It's sad that Burnout exists. Once they made Burnout, nothing can touch it. I don't know. Burnout's pretty good. I haven't even gotten to play the truly good Burnouts yet. I've only played 1 and 2, and they were both pretty well made. But like, yeah, I think all Burnout is good, but the ones people really like talk about are 3, and that's it. 3 in Paradise, but Paradise is a 360 game, so I won't be playing it. Sorry, fans of that one song. It will not be playing. Yeah, JK, they would never do that unless. There's an Italian Job game on PS1. I played the GameCube Italian Job game, which was pretty good. It was also sort of like Driver ordered from Wish.com, but it's pretty good. It's based on the 60s show, not the remake. Interesting. So probably someone got the rights to the Italian Job in like the late 90s. They made the PS1 game, and then they sent the film into production. It's part of a full revival of the Italian Job. I see the shortcut there, but I hate that shortcut so much. I do not care. I'm not taking it. There is music. It's really quiet, and it's like kind of mixed under the engine sound, as it always is for some reason. But there is music. Alright, we're up quite a bit. I'm just not driving close to the radios. That was insane. The 25 to Life diegetic soundtrack. They just put boomboxes around. Running your first marathon on Sunday. Damn, that's sick. Good luck, producer. That is actually really cool. I like... Honestly, I feel like hitting your head there just makes it easier to take the turn. Like, I'm down to just hit my head there. In all honesty, unbothered. The fact that they give you points is very funny to me. That feels like the most underbaked mechanic. Like, why am I getting points? They don't even display the score anywhere. What the fuck? Oh, you're kidding me. He just had that? He just had a bomb on him the whole time? Well... Have a chicken. Goodbye. No. Super Paper Mario is such a game. A strange thing that they made. Yes, XP. The experience was score. People thought it was bad. I thought it was bad, but like bad in a very interesting and engaging way. Where I still did play through the whole game multiple times. But it has a lot of problems, IMO. But it is very interesting. Really, it's like level design for me is the problem with that game. If the level design were better, I would actually defend SPM, but there are too many levels that I just like despise. It's not like Sticker Star, where it's just like, this game should not exist. This is an atrocity. It's not that bad. I feel like I should play Paper Mario Color Splash one of these days. It has the sad honor of being basically the last Wii U game now. Abandoned on a console with Star Fox Zero for all eternity. I feel like that's gotta be pretty depressing if you're Paper Mario. Every other game gets ported one at a time, and like surely I'll be ported next. You will never be ported. You will always be a Wii U game. What is it about TTYD that usually gets it ranked as the best entry? The combat is a bit better than 64. In most people's opinion, they added a few things. Super guards, more badges. a lot of people consider the combat to be a bit of an improvement, though not everyone. And aside from that, you know, it's building on a really good foundation. Like, Paper Mario 64 is already a fantastic game. It's just a good, like... It's an RPG, but it also maintains a lot of really good, like, adventure game elements, in my opinion. As far as, like... The dungeons are not giant mazes. You don't even really follow, like... It's not really a flow of, like, enter town, talk to guy, enter dungeon, fight boss, move on to next town. It's not like that. It's very different in its structure from a lot of RPGs in a way that I think is really fun. Combat system's super good and unique. So, I don't know. It's good. I highly recommend the game if you've never played Paper Mario before. The original is also really good, though. You can play either. Or both. Ideally both. Like, Bug Fable's the best. I have not played Bug Fables. I don't know. Die. I had the bomb waiting. If anyone tries to pass me on this turn... I don't know, what a strange series of games. Maybe since they did the TTYD remake, they'll actually do a new Paper Mario that is an RPG. Is that copium? Are we finally back on the good timeline? It's copium? Yeah. If they remade the original game, I don't know. Surely that means they acknowledge that that's what fans want. Yes, Ludicrous, but in the sense that Color Splash is basically Sticker Star 2. Aside from that, all of the games are different. An Origami King Defender. I think a lot of people are. Personally, I have not played it, but I saw all of the pre-release stuff, and the whole, like, ring system in the combat just sort of made me not want to play it. Like, I imagined having to do the little ring thing for every fight, and I said, oh, no thank you. But, I don't know. I think most people who have played that game say it's actually good. At least good enough. Maybe. You may be right that you don't really have to solve it once you're good, but you still have to engage with it every time. Which just seems like, I don't know, not something I want to do. It just seems like really unnecessary overhead. It'd be like having to solve a CAPTCHA at the start of every fight in a JRPG, you know? It's like that to me, where it's just like, well, why am I being made to do this?
modern popular culture in comparison to
Dude, hear me out. Someone should make, this is a good scheme. Apparently when you fill out a CAPTCHA on a website, I think that the owner of that website gets like a fraction of a penny. So hear me out. You make a game that's like, basically you make Type Racer but with CAPTCHAs. And that's it. And people just generate money for you while they play the stupid game to see who can fill them out faster. I think Origami King is not like Sticker Star in that your abilities are not temporary. Like, I think they finally killed the sticker system. Kinda, but you get so many it doesn't matter. Oh. Never mind then. Game sucks. We haven't been back to the mall. We've been back to like every track a ton of times, except the mall. Ever since we did a whole bunch of mall racing at the start of the game, we've never returned there. Damn, it's Friday. Yep. My usual Friday plans have been ruined because we're officially at the end of the season for the trashy Australian reality TV that we group watch every Friday. The show's over. My life is kind of empty. There's actually still like one more episode, but it's airing at a weird time, so it's not on yet. So we don't have it for tonight. I do group watch shit every Friday and every Tuesday. Gonna have to play Melee instead? Maybe. I might have to. There we go. I did see that ID. The first event is Jigsaw Puzzle. I kind of went ham on the Jigsaw Puzzles in Mystery Fun Fest like a year or two ago when there was like the giant Jigsaw puzzle. I was in there quite a bit, but I will not pretend that I'm like I'm not good, you know? I'm not one of those like jigsaw puzzle savants. But I do find them very comfy. So if we need someone in from the team to step up, then yeah, I'll do it. The strat is I didn't, to be honest, until FunFest, I had never seen the strat of like sorting the pieces by shape. That is a huge play. That is a genuinely huge play. If we're lucky, there's just going to be one more race. I think there's probably more than that. But that was 5 out of 6. That was 5 out of 6. The frame rate does get noticeably better, I think, when there are fewer racers. Like, that's actually affecting it. It's not just like the graphical detail of the course. Garfield Kart Furious Racing. You know, when I set the category for this on Twitch, I typed in Furious Karting, and that Garfield game came up as well. I think I might actually own that Garfield game. I think it was like 50 cents on Steam at some point, and a friend bought it for me as a joke. So I think I have the Garfield kart racing game. I got 16,000 points for that 2 wheels. Damn. The final round.
Real proud of you. You hear those stats?
I think that my points are high enough that I don't even have to win this, but you might have to win it. Although the Hat Man is in the background. Yeah, I think a friend got me a Garfield cart for under $1. Yo, what up, Djibouti? Thanks for the 38 months. It is Furious Friday. It's FaceTime Friday. Turn webcam on. I could never. I could absolutely never. I thought long and hard about using webcam on stream, and ultimately I decided no. Because I look weird. And also I can't sit still, so it would be hard for the webcam to be pointed at me the whole time. Furious Friday has been uneventful. We've just been talking about random unrelated stuff while this kart racing game happens in the background pretty much. It is a very unremarkable game. Was there a guy stuck in the boxes down there? Hang on, did anyone else see that? Did I just lap some poor soul who got stuck in the boxes? Yeah, everyone was moving on the mini-map, so I don't know. I might have just been seeing things. How come when I hit people with the bat, it never really does anything? There was a guy down there. I thought there was a guy down there. I might have unstuck him by jumping over. That might have triggered him to get free. There has to be a final boss race after this, right? We're definitely getting close to the end of the game. But this can't be it. It can't just go out on this. I mean, sure it can, but it shouldn't. I think there's a typo on the sign above this tunnel. I have to pay closer attention to that next lap. Honestly, yes. Fun gained plus 0.01%. Just like the smallest like hint of fun. He ended up in... Oh god, oh god. Now it's my turn to be stuck in the boxes. Like, look at the sign. It says, like, Sullivan. There's, like, a G. It's like Sullivan, but with a G at the end. Yeah, there's sort of a drift you can do. If you lean in the direction you're turning in, you get a much sharper turn, but there's no like drift boost mechanic, which does sort of make this a lot worse, doesn't it? And I feel like the original Xbox, so we played Amped, right? Amped is like if SSX is like the arcade cartoon snowboarding game, Amped is like the real snowboarding game. I feel like there are a lot of like the real X for like every extreme sport on the Xbox. Like that's what they were doing. Like if Kelly Slater is the arcade surfing game, then Transworld Surf is the real surfing game, that kind of thing. This is like, if Mario Kart is the arcade kart game, this is the real kart game. And it's like, well, wait, why did you make that? Transworld Snowboarding was awesome. That game was really good. And to be fair, Transworld Surf also is pretty goofy. I'm pretty sure in the last level you went surfing with dolphins and stuff like that. And as for Amped, I'm glad I beat it. It was an experience. It was an experience that'll stick with me forever. That game is fucking crazy. Yeah, it's like the end of my Xbox thing episode. What about Amped? Oh, Amped? That's a story for another day. Camera zooms out as we all laugh. Toxic Grind was horrible. I think I gave that game a 2. I still don't think you guys understand. Toxic Grind is so bad. Oh, you want to know something interesting that happened? I posted this on Discord, but I'll say it out loud. I'll post it in real life now. This morning, someone submitted a speedrun for Grind Session. Speaking of weird, bad extreme sports games that I've played too much, someone submitted a Grind Session speedrun, and once again, it is a non-speedrunner showing up out of nowhere with game footage of a webcam pointed at their TV, playing Grind Session. Same as the last guy who showed up to claim the Grind Session record in front of me. Which is sick as fuck that these people exist, but also, why does this game keep attracting these people? Yeah, it's like a Samsung CRT. The footage is really low quality, but we take those. And he beat record by like 30 seconds, which honestly I did not even think could be done. Like, I haven't watched his run yet. I'm curious to see what he does. But I feel like that must be a pretty close to optimized run based on my understanding of the game. Because the whole route is designed around not getting bonus time, getting as little bonus time as possible. So there is a theoretical run where you just get 0 bonus time, and that is a fully optimized Grind Session run, and there really wasn't that much bonus time left in the route. So, I don't know, it might be either optimal or pretty close to optimal, the time he got. I won the Pro Championship. Try the Super Kart in the Quick Race. Did I beat it? Does that mean I win? Their load times are probably not faster, considering that I have cheater loads because I was using an X station.
Baby, you my man, Yellow Shark. Congratulations, champ. Hey, someone's waiting for you.
What? What? Is that a laugh track? What? Well, there you go. No credits, just the end. Stop the timer. GG. You just win. You just win the pro circuit, which, by the way, I had 120 points there, and the second best person had 55. So I'm pretty sure I didn't have to try on any of the last like 3 races there. I could have just done literally nothing and still win. Yeah, absolute credits.jpg. Renderware. This is the same engine as Burnout in a way. I don't know. So I think that in options, or like, hang on, in scenario, oh, there's New Game Plus. In scenario, there was interactive music and CD selection, and I selected TNT. So I think that there's different third team. TNT, Yellow Sharks, and the third team. And then here's my custom soundtracks. We could have been listening to the Cranberries this entire time. But I picked TNT, and I think that effectively cut the size of the soundtrack in half. I don't know why they would have done that. That just seems like... Yeah, Here Comes Sun, The Blend, Rare Ride, The Turnaround. So I think that there were only 4 songs that we had access to. The third team only has 1 song, The Missing Suitcase. If we picked this CD, we would just be listening to The Missing Suitcase for the entire game, I think. Okay. But I think that's why. Sort of a strange decision to cut the soundtrack in half like that. Yeah, it's a CD single, exactly. Anyway. This song is ridiculous. We're gonna leave it. That was game 44, Furious Karting. Beaten in 3 hours and 26 minutes and 40 seconds. As for sewer level, I'm gonna check no. I said earlier that no, I'm gonna check yes. There was like we only really went in there like 1 time, I think, but there was this like very sewerish tunnel we went into at one point in one of the races. So I think that qualifies as a sewer level, and I'm gonna check it off. So how is this game? I was paying so little attention to this game the entire time. It's just like that. This is an extremely unmemorable game. You wanna know what I would like in this game too? Does anyone here remember Speed Kings on the GameCube? Probably not, right? This game is basically Speed Kings. It's not a broken racing game, but it is a racing game that demands no attention and that you will immediately forget about as soon as you're done with it. Speed Kings was kind of comfy. I mean, was this not kind of comfy? We were chilling. This is basically Speed Kings to me. I think I gave that game a 3 at the time, but yeah, I couldn't figure out how to unlock the final stage, so we cheated to unlock it. I think that, I think it turns out, Ludicrous, the way you unlock Nevada is by... It was by, like, doing this entire challenge mode. Like, every race had a challenge, and if I had done all of the challenges, we would have unlocked Nevada. That's what it was. But I didn't know that at the time, and from looking at other GameCube challengers, nobody unlocks Nevada. Everyone just gets to the end and says, oh, that's it, and then they're done. It doesn't even indicate that there is an extra course to unlock, so I don't feel bad about that. But anyway, Serious Karting, I think I'm gonna give it 2. It's not a 1 out of 5 game, because it's not like so in your face bad, but it just demands none of your attention while you play it, which to me is a 2. It's not even that it's that boring, but it just demands none of your attention. I don't know any other way to put it. It's very minimal effort. I think that they could have done something way more interesting with the scenario mode than they did. Like, the scenario mode essentially had no story. I think it would have been nice if there was like some kind of overarching plot about like a evil racer we have to take down, you know? Like, remember, Pro Race Driving had a good story. That game was shit and I gave it a 1 out of 5. But the story in Pro Racing and Pro Race Driver, or Pro Car Racing, whatever that game was called, that they understood how to write the story. No, we spent the majority of this stream not talking about the game or paying it any attention at all, right? Yeah, or like exactly. Like, yeah, you write the story as like a hear me out. We had a team, right? We had a kart racing team. They could have done like a get the band back together story where like the kart racing track is going to be bought by an evil corporation. And so you get the band back together, you get your team back together, and then you do a big race, you win the championship, and you save the track. There you go. Just dirt simple, just like super easy. And, you know, would have been way better than what they did.